Hi, this is Lawana Waddell. Good morning. This is week 2 with Dr. Zhu. So I'd heard about the Finnish program before. I'd never really read about it or studied it. Um, but I really found it fascinating once I had. What I find really interesting, and it didn't matter what the socioeconomic status of the students were, everyone started out the same. They made sure that it was equitable across the board for all students everywhere. I really like that they integrated career guidance or guidance counseling into it starting at a very young age. They did not wait until they got to high schools to start talking about careers and guiding them towards those things. And that was in all schools. I realized that some schools in my district don't have that opportunity. So I think it's great that it was in every school in Finland. It was a connection to, I think in the text or in the article, it talked about a connection to work. And that was awesome to me. And I think another thing I really loved is that it wasn't just a program. I find that we hop from program to program that we think is going to work or change our schools. And they really adopted a philosophy, an educational philosophy that was about equity. And that's a difference. I think that their philosophy about social justice is what escalated them. I really wish that's something that we would take into context a little more within our district or in our country, actually. I think their thought process about standardized testing, that it doesn't really help the student. It's about, more so to me, standardized testing is about money. It's about who's selling that test, but it really isn't helpful for the student, and it doesn't affect the student's learning. Another thing I read or realized is they focused a lot on the teaching. And I think if we invested more in our teachers as a country, then that would escalate the learning of our students. So I think that's an important thing as well, is to focus on the instruction. I love that they had individualized plans for their students, not just students who are on IEPs, but for all students. And I think that would be very important. I also like that they had the health services for everyone, and it was a shared responsibility. Their social injustice is shared. Their education is a shared responsibility. It's not just put on one group. The fact that they provided counseling is so helpful, I think. And career guidance, like I spoke to before, is important for all students. So I think those are many things that I liked about the Finnish example, and why it was helped them to really escalate their education. And I think if the United States would take on those things and do away with testing, because it does not help our scholars, but focus on social justice, shared equity, then we would be in such a much better place when it comes to education.